Hello, everyone. This is Miss Fulcher, and I wanted to welcome you to your portfolio course. You are all almost at the end, so you should be very proud of yourselves, very excited for what's to come. So with this class, or with this video, I really wanted to give you an idea of what to expect throughout this term. So we're going to be really focusing on you and where you want to go in the future. Now, most of this is going to be geared toward those students who are looking for careers or jobs. I know some of you that may not be the case. Some of you may just be looking to gain skills and then perhaps stay in the same job that you're in. Perhaps move into a different role at that job. Some of you may not be looking for an actual job. Some of you may want to choose to be freelancers. So there are a lot of options out there, and a lot of you have different goals in mind, I know. So with this class, we're really going to work on polishing your portfolio. We'll build your portfolio, put it together, make you look professional and polished so that you're ready to go into whatever future job or role that you want to move into. So we're going to begin obviously by gathering any previous projects that you've done, previous coursework in any of your courses, any work that you did in your internships that you would like to include in your portfolio. Personal projects are also acceptable. I get that question a lot, so I wanted to talk about that. It does not just have to be schoolwork. It can include other things that you've created. So really what you want to do when you're gathering that work, you'll probably gather a lot of your projects and then you may not use all of them. It's different for everyone. I'm going to suggest that you have about 6 to 9 projects in your portfolio. Now that's something that's going to change over time. There may be projects that you have in your portfolio in the beginning that you maybe 3 years from now have different skills or have grown your skills so much that you look at those projects and you don't want to keep them in your portfolio any longer. You want to replace them perhaps with newer projects that you've been working on. So your portfolio is really a fluid thing. It is a thing that's going to change and evolve over time, just as your skills and projects evolve over time. So keep that in mind as you're building your portfolio. It may not be as amazing as you want it to be right now, but that's okay. My first portfolio, I still have it because I actually like going back and referencing it and seeing where I used to be and how far I've come over those years. So just know that this is a work in progress and it will change over time. So you'll begin by gathering previously designed projects. You'll probably gather more than you need. You don't have to put them all in, but just having them gathered is a great thing. So hopefully you've been saving all of your previous work in previous classes. And then, we'll really be focusing on, like I said, where you all want to go. What's your dream job? Your the goal that you're working toward. We will work on your resumes and create a sample cover letter. Some of you may already have a resume, which is awesome. Some of you maybe don't have that at all. So we'll work on gathering that information. You'll talk to, you'll actually have an appointment with the Writing Center, the online Writing Center in, I believe, Module 2 is when we'll do that. And then you'll have an opportunity in the coming weeks to revise some of your previous projects. I think we'll have about enough time to revise 2 of them. Some of you may want to put in more time and revise more projects. Some of you may not feel like you want to revise any of them, and in that case, maybe you want to create new projects instead of revising old projects. So that's an option that we can look at. Everyone's is going to be different, so we'll figure that out as we go. So you'll have some time to revise a couple of projects. You will not have time, obviously, to revise all of them. And like I said, this is a work in progress. So after this course, if you want to revise some of those projects, obviously you can do that. We just may not have time to get all of them completely revised within this short term. And like I said, also, I believe in Module 4, you're going to have an opportunity to research current industry modern portfolios of designers and use those as inspiration so that you can see how your portfolio is sort of standing up against theirs. And you'll also evaluate your portfolio in its current state and try to find a place where you're weak or you need a project. Let's say your portfolio doesn't have any three-dimensional game design projects, and you really want to highlight that in your portfolio or in your future job search. So maybe that's a piece that you're lacking and you need to add to your portfolio. So you'll have the opportunity to put one new project into your portfolio, and we'll do that, I believe, in Module 4 or 5. We will then talk about self-promotion and really ways of how you can set yourself apart from the crowd. We will be creating a resume package. So essentially you'll sort of be branding yourself in a very, very simple way. It doesn't have to be anything crazy like a logo, a very, very simple logo. And I'll show you examples when we get to that point. But one thing that I do really love, I love designers' resumes. I really like seeing all the different, and some of them are way more intricate and designed than others. Some are still very simple, but all I did here was just type in designer resume in Google, and I got lots of examples that you can really look at. So we'll be creating a resume package, and that package will consist of a simple logo. So just something simple like this with your initials will work. Here's another one with just initials and a color block. So very, very simple. You'll have a logo, you'll have a resume, or a letterhead template that can be used for your resume, and also a sample cover letter. And so we'll create that resume package, and then you will create an actual web-based portfolio. It's a portfolio that will be available online. Now, you don't have to actually code that website unless you really want to. You certainly can if you want to. A lot of students do choose to do that, but you can use other portfolio options like Weebly. I'll show you how to use Behance or Adobe Portfolio. We'll be doing that in Module 6 and 7. And we'll also talk about a plan for you moving forward, a continuing education plan. So just because you're almost now finished with your design education does not mean that you are finished learning. I learn something continuously every single week. I'm learning something new, and you just really have to be able to continuously learn as a designer in this field, because the field's changing constantly, the software is changing constantly, the programming languages are constantly evolving, there's always something new to learn, and you want to stay at the top of your game. So having that plan for continuing your education past your college career is really important, I think. So we'll work on that in Module 7 before I officially let you all go. So I'm really looking forward to this semester. It's one of my favorite courses. I'm very excited about seeing what everyone comes up with.